Dakota Senator and ABC News contributor Heidi Heitkamp and former DNC Chair and Labor Secretary in the Obama administration, Tom Perez. Senator Tom, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Senator Heitkamp, we will start with you. As you know, Senator Reid grew up in an extremely poor family. His childhood home that didn't even have indoor plumbing. How do you think his humble upbringing shaped the Senate colleague and the Democratic leader you knew?
I think it was absolutely instrumental in how he prioritized public policy. He understood that when kids like him were given a chance through education, through opportunity, through a political system that didn't just reward the rich, that amazing things could happen in America. And so I don't think you could ever separate Harry Reid from that humble and scrappy beginning that he had, because it informed what he did as a politician and what he did as a policymaker.
Tom, you say Reid actually helped you get confirmed as Labor Secretary. President Obama shared a letter he wrote to Reid crediting him with his job and saying, "I wouldn't have been president had it not been for your encouragement and support." Senator Reid's impact on politics is really kind of hard to overstate. What do you think made him so effective?
He was tenacious. I remember vividly when I got nominated to be Labor Secretary, I went to see him. As Senator Heitkamp can, I think, attest, he was a man of few words. He said, "Tom, you're going to get confirmed. It's going to take longer than you want, but it's going to happen. Trust me." The lawyer in me had 40 questions, but common sense prevailed. And I said, "Oh, I always trust you, Senator." And every time I would see him, including the last time I spoke to him, a couple months ago, he would always say to me, "How's my favorite garbage man?" And that's because, one of my jobs when I was paying my way through college was working on the back of a trash truck. And I think he always identified with folks who had struggled. And that's because of his own struggles. I always admire people who never forget their roots, never forget where they came from. That was Harry Reid, and that's why he got so much done. We'd have, in 2013, we got comprehensive immigration reform done in the Senate, in no small measure because of the work of Harry Reid. That was no mean feat, and I think 67 or 68 senators voted for it. That was the person I saw firsthand, and it was just such an honor. So, I'm sad. I'm so sad today, but I'm reflecting with comfort on the many ways he touched the nation, whether it was the ACA or myself personally in helping my confirmation.
Notable Republicans, including former House Speaker John Boehner and Senator Mitch McConnell, have written tributes to Reid. McConnell writing, "The nature of Harry's and my jobs brought us into frequent and sometimes intense conflict over politics and policy, but he never said it got personal," writing, "I truly appreciated the sincere and cordial relationship we shared behind the scenes when passions cooled." Senator, is that how you remember him? At times, Reid could be a sort of a political lightning rod.
Well, Harry Reid never wasted a word. If he could say it in two, that's how he said it. And I think when you think about Mitch and Harry's relationship from the outside, very contentious. But I remember when they both loved baseball. And we had a caucus meeting where they brought in all the old baseball greats, and the two of them just enjoyed it so much, bringing the caucus together on that great all-American sport. And so I can only imagine that today there's a little bit of sadness in Mitch's heart, because he knew that Harry was a formidable and honest opponent. And I think that speaks volumes when your opponents consider you as an honest broker of important issues.
Yeah, a lot of people think we should see more of that today. Tom, Senator Reid was also a force in pushing for his home state of Nevada, as was his job. The Las Vegas airport was recently renamed in his honor. You say some of the last conversations you had with Reid were about his push to give Nevada the first Democratic primary. How important was that to him, and why?
Well, it's very important because Harry Reid, he can look around corners, and he saw the growing population. Nevada remarkably reflected the diversity of our nation, the diversity of the Democratic Party. And he fought tirelessly and successfully to have the Nevada caucus moved up. So it was one of the first 4 in the nation. And in my last conversations with him, and I remember vividly, the Iowa caucus, as you recall, was a debacle. And we got through the Nevada caucus without incident. And I remember talking to him afterward, and we both agreed Nevada needs to become a primary state. It has since changed its law, so it is now a primary state, and it needs to continue to go early. Those were some of the last conversations I had with him. And, if I have any influence moving forward, I'm certainly going to advocate to make sure that Nevada stays early in the process, not just because of my fondness for Harry Reid, but Nevada is really America in microcosm with its remarkably rich diversity. And so, he fought for our nation, and he fought for his family, and he fought tirelessly for the great state of Nevada. And it's a better state for it. And we're going to keep fighting to make sure Nevada is reflected in those early primaries, if I have something to say about it.
Tom Perez, Senator Heidi Heitkamp, thank you both for spending time with us, for sharing with us. And if you speak to the senator's family, please extend our condolences.
Will do.
All right.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.